gentlemen. And we are just now waiting for Roz, the diva, to join us. And here she is. What's going on, Roz?
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Awesome. And look, we're going to talk real quick because your time is quite valuable. And we only have her, guys, only for 25 minutes because she is pretty booked up. So she actually has an event to do right after this. First, I just wanted to tell you thank you very much because, a lot of times when you doubt yourself, you're like, oh my God, this person is not going to give me the time of day. And I'm going to tell y'all, she is cool as shit, first and foremost. She was like, oh, girl, no problem. And I'm sorry for just taking forever getting back to you. So I just want to say thank you very much for accepting my invitation. And on to your introduction, because like I said, we got to roll with it. And for those folks
Go for
who
it.
are probably, you know what, she looks familiar, but because that's how you was. I was like, I know her. I know this lady. So here it is. Who is Roz the Diva Mays? Well, Roz has dedicated many late nights at the gym, becoming a stronger and healthier athlete. Now, I know you guys saw the promo, and you saw this lady on a pole. That's right. She is a trained pole dancer, and pole dancing is her sport of choice. Now, among her contributions to the pole world, she actually has been the subject of a New York Times documentary called Dangerous Curves, a celebration of plus size pole dancers. She has a membership in SAG, that's right, the Screen Actors Guild, you go girl, for her stunt work in Law and Order SVU, The Big C, and That's My Boy. She teaches obnoxiously loud classes, and these are her words. Now, look, y'all, she got me when she told me this. When she is not half naked and sweaty, this diva is usually making pancakes with Beyonce. I was like, okay. So tell me, okay, you got me. Do you make pancakes with Beyonce?
Hell no. So I have a Beyonce complex, which I think a lot of America does, where I live my life because I live my life in an audition constantly because B might pop out from a bush and I gotta make sure I'm on beat. And so sometimes though she misses the audition because she's busy, she got the kids and shit, run after Jay, chasing away the Beckys, then I just have to remind her sometimes, like, B, no pressure, but I got a passport and no kids. So I just have to, I put that in my bio because I need to speak things into existence.
Come on.
And because that's what they told me to do. So hence, if I did ever make pancakes with Beyonce, I might actually lose my life. But but I'm excited that someone believed that.
Well, I'm loving it. I love the fact that you threw that in there because you definitely got my attention. And I'm sure a lot of the ladies and gents who are watching right now are like, wait a minute, she was with the bee? Hold up, let me see. She wasn't with the bee. She wasn't, but that's okay. You said it, you spoke it, and make those pancakes. Hit your girl up and let me know. Does she like maple syrup or does she like blueberry? Okay.
I'm not sophisticated enough to like real maple syrup, so me and Mrs. Butterworth, we got a thing going on.
Okay, I love it. I love it. So look, let's get right into it because I told y'all her time is very limited. Let's talk about the one size fits all. Got a little bit of some information about you, and it was pretty intriguing, and it actually gives me hope. And I'm hoping a lot of the ladies who are watching and gentlemen who are watching, it gives you hope because I've been doing I'll Be Damned for a little while, and it's something that I really enjoy. I really do. And listening to your story, it's like you're kind of you're that motivation that says, don't give up, keep working at your craft. It can only get better. And you started at the age of 23 in 2007 as, you're like, I'm interested in pole dancing, right? And you decided to do it. And 4 years later, you became a teacher. Tell me, how did the whole idea, when you said, I want to get in shape or I want to do something that makes me feel good, why pole dancing?
Basically, it was more like, why not? It was a class on the schedule at the gym that I was attending. It had the word dance in the title, and I love to dance. So I was like, oh, let me give it a shot. And it was the hardest thing that I'd ever done with my body physically. I couldn't do a damn thing. And after class, I couldn't lift my arms above my head. I was sore with muscles I didn't even know existed. I mean, it was a thorough ass kicking, and I was in love from the first sight. So I was one of those I'm one of those lifer peeps that just from the first class I've been obsessed, been in love, and I ended up teaching and doing this full-time, or at least pole as part of my full-time fitness career, mainly because I kept getting fired from jobs because corporate America and the nonprofit corporate America, they weren't as excited about my pole career as I was. And so they encouraged me to go forth and to spend more time at the gym, aka I got fired. So the last time I got fired, I was like, let me just go ahead and do this fitness thing and stop lying to myself. And so it's been 6 years that I've been doing this fitness full time, and aside from pole dancing, I also do personal training and just anything that makes people sweat, essentially, and anything that has a good playlist. That's what we do.
That's right. And first of all, I could tell I love your personality. I know it's a fun class anytime you're involved. Before we go on, I gotta say hello to the ladies and all those who are watching. What's up, Brianna? We got Jermaine, India, Michelle, Tanya. All these ladies are in the building. And as always, y'all know what y'all gotta do. Do me a favor and please click the share button. Share this with your mom and them. I know they're going to love it because this young lady has a story. Let's get right into it. You called yourself the Antichrist of fitness. And I've seen some pictures of you, and obviously, I know for myself, I'm on this Operation High School Fine, right? I'm trying to get to when I was fine in high school. So I've been, doing some, bike riding here and there, maybe some workouts at home. And I'm like, man, this is just not going as quickly as I'd like. I've seen some work, but I know that over the years, I've gone up, I've gone down, I've gone up, I've gone down. Have you, if that's what is, because when people see you, particularly when we get to America's Got Talent, right? You went on that show and you were pretty much, you received public rejection from Howard Stern, who said that you would never make it in this business.
Yeah. So the interesting thing is by the time I went on America's Got Talent, I think it was 2015. I know it was the 10th season, so I think it was 15 and it was 14, but I had already had a teaching career, and it was something that was sustainable and something that I've been doing for quite a while. So by the time he came along and told me that I would never happen, it didn't make me upset, and I didn't actually feel rejected because I was there because I had a teaching career and a pole career, so it's interesting. I went on America's Got Talent because I saw it as like a giant marketing opportunity, and I wanted to try and get new clients. And I also didn't understand how TV worked at that time. I thought everyone who went on TV, doesn't matter what you were doing, you suddenly got tons and tons and tons of attention and you got clients. And I was like, this is all I need, just one and done. My schedule's going to be filled. I'm going to be rich. No. So TV, and since America's Got Talent, I've been fortunate to be on TV about 7 or 8 more times, is TV gets you eyeballs, but eyeballs are not customers. Those are two completely separate groups. And the goal is to turn the eyeballs into wallets. But that is a Herculean task that I'm sure every small business person, and especially everybody who is out here social media hustling, will tell you, is trying to convert that over it's a struggle, but I have been able to do that with some success, and especially I've felt the love, and I think I've felt the hard work pay off maybe the most during this shutdown, ironically, because I've seen the strength of my brand, and Team Diva, as I like to call us, they've stepped up and taken care of me in ways I didn't know I needed to be taken care of. So I think that strays wildly from your original question, but
well, but that's what you do. That's what you do, and that's okay. We're gonna veer right on back.
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
So let's get to that. When you talked about Howard Stern, right? And when you and I talked, you said you weren't phased because that was more like external rejection. And you were like,
Mhm.
whatever, because you were looking at the bottom dollar. However, you do have a conflict with your internal rejection. And that surprises me because I think a lot of people care about what other people think of them, whereas almost it's just the opposite for yourself. Why don't you care about what other people say? I mean, because like you said, you're not the picture that when people think of pole dancers, you're not who they think of.
Yeah, so and this is, bittersweet, but honestly, nobody could say anything nearly as hurtful, as vile, as derogatory, and just like mean, just plain mean. No one can say anything that I haven't said to myself. And so people, whether it's Howard Stern or otherwise, calling me fat on public, saying that in public, saying that um, I'm ill equipped to be a fitness role model. I'm a dangerous role model. I obviously don't know what I'm doing because if I was really all into sports, I'd be slim. That doesn't hold a candle to the fights that I've had with myself over my weight. So, in a bittersweet kind of way, I don't know what someone would have to say externally that would mess with my head more than I've already messed with myself. And also, I can deal with people calling me ugly. That doesn't phase me. Again, probably because I've called myself ugly for 30 some years. However, nobody has called me stupid. And my theory is let them call me as ugly as they want,
Come on.
but what you're not gonna do, don't call me stupid because they can't. They literally can't because I I've got the pedigree, I've got, the education behind it, but I don't say anything that I can't back up. And that's primarily when I'm working with my clients. No, it doesn't matter what kind of movement we're doing. I don't do things that I'm not confident that I can teach them well and keep them safe. So if I don't know something, I will be the first person to tell you. And I was like, ugly doesn't matter. Like, you can be as ugly as you want, whatevs, but nobody's called me stupid because they can't. So that's also been a thing that is that's held it together for me. And honestly, to the funny part and the ironic part is when people make comments online, it's never anybody that I know, and it's never anybody who's taken a pole class, first and foremost, or been with me in the gym. But it's also uh, people who just don't know what they're talking about. And they're also, the funny thing is, the only reason why they know to make a comment is because they've just watched a video that I've done, and maybe I'm doing pull-ups, maybe I'm deadlifting 200 pounds, maybe it's something where I'm at the gym doing the thing that people tell me that I can't, and they watch the
What?
video of me doing it, and they're like, nah. And I'm like, but huh? Like, it's not even, I don't fight anybody online, and I don't delete any negative comments because it just doesn't make any sense.
Okay. I love this. Let me get to India, who says the only opinion that matters when it comes to self is our opinion. When we love ourselves wholeheartedly, outsiders do not matter. Self love is the greatest love. However, we are our biggest critics. And I know for
Oh
myself
yes.
I am. I but I love what you said because I have had this conversation with a loved one of mine. I said calling me ugly to me is just so childish. You call me ugly, I'm laughing like really who calls someone ugly? Are we 5? Are we 5 years old? But when a person calls me stupid, oh baby, I don't know, the claws might come out because I feel like stupid and ugly are on two different planes because stupid is not one thing that I am. I may be maybe even misinformed at sometimes, but stupid I am not. India came back again. I'm just saying, she said, and major props to you, sis. Okay, she said because I've taken a pole class and it's not easy. Fun, but not
No.
easy. How did you master it?
Well, I probably because I know I will never master it. It's probably what keeps it fun. I tell the beginning of every single class, every workshop that I teach, doesn't matter what level. I tell them you're going to fail at like 90% of what you try today. And it's not because anything is wrong with them. It's not because their bodies are defective. It's just because pole is that damn hard. Like you spend 90% of your pole career failing. You spend 9% really excited about sparkly booty shorts and really tall shoes, and then 1% of the time you actually do what you hope your body's trying to do. Right. And I think that's not something that I knew when I started. And there's no way of you really understanding that until you've got a couple years worth of data to look back at patterns. And because I'm almost 13 years in the pole game at this point, I've got enough data where I can look back and I can say like, oh, okay. It's not that I couldn't do or can't do it. It just takes a long time or, and various other things. But yeah, it's pole is, just say pole is hard. It is. I wish it was just regular hard. But also I feel like when people look at someone doing something that is far removed from them and what they think they can do, they assume that person has superhuman strength or that they actually remove a little bit of their humanity because like that person's not normal. That's why they can do this. And I think that actually is damaging to think that way. Because people, even plus size people, look at me and they're like, no, you're like a different kind of plus size. There's no way I can do it. I'm looking at people who are the same size, if not smaller. A lot of people who are smaller than I am, and they're telling me how much they can't do it because they're too large. And I'm literally looking at them like, I got you by 80 pounds. You can do this. And so, I think it's important for teachers or anybody in some sort of leadership position to just remind their kinfolk constantly, I don't have a special kind of blood. I don't have a special kind of muscles. Consistency is how you're going to improve at any athletic endeavor. Just straight consistency.
Right. Awesome. So I some more comments here. This platform again giving me issues. Tanya says, I think we will always have to overcome ourselves in that way. No one is 100% confident all the time. I find it waxes and wanes. We have to continually fight against our own negative self-perceptions. Rhonda says, haha, stupid is the ultimate insult. Yes, boo. Like I said, it is definitely the ultimate insult. Oh, look, they're starting to pop up now. I'm going to continue to read. Tanya said, yes, I tried it and just slid down and not in a good way. And it did the same several times and bruised myself up, but it was fun though. Yeah. So not only you're not doing this flat-footed, you're doing this in heels. I'm talking about high heels.
I do it in both. I spend most of my time barefoot. Most of what I do is barefoot. Depends on the show, and it depends on, quite frankly, if I feel like carrying my shoes, because they're heavy, because my shoes are between like 7 and 8 inches platform, and they're gorgeous. But sometimes, like if I'm doing a show, this is pre-Rona, if I'm doing a show after a day of teaching, I don't want to bring those shoes. That's a lot more for me to carry. And I'm in New York City, so I'm on foot all day. So if it fits my backpack, then guess what? We have some pretty shoes. But if it doesn't fit my backpack, guess what? We're going to rock this barefoot life, and you're going to love me the same for it.
I love it. Now, look, I wish I had more time with you, and I know you have to go. But, folks, I told you we only had 25 minutes with her, and I'm going to go ahead and get the rapid fire questions. But let me ask you something, Roz. I'm putting you on the spot. You gave me 25 minutes. I had to wait a minute to get to you before you hit me back. Could I get a part 2? Would you come back?
Yeah, sure. Not a problem.
Okay. I thought you froze up for a minute. I thought you.
Oh, no. No. I was just waiting for you to finish. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. I'd love to.
Awesome. Well, good. Ladies, we're going to try to get her to come back, but you know what time it is. Can I see that? I need some fire across my screen. Give me some fire because it is now time for rapid fire questions. And look, we have about 5 minutes, I think, to the T. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're ready? Okay, I can't wait to hear your answers to this. Number one, what does the world need more of?
Orgasms.
Ah, yes. Look,
Just saying.
okay, all right, okay. Number two, girl, I love it. You gotta come back. Okay, number two, do you prefer food for your soul or music for your soul?
Music.
Why?
Because music is everything. I love music. It brings me up. It is so important to me. So I love a good beat. Can't run away from a good beat.
That's right. Look, I can eat vegetables and still love music. All right. Do you have any phobias?
Yeah. I am terrified of men's opinion of me. For sure. Mm-hmm. Not like in this, like in a romantic sense, like if we're like a networking or like a professional sense, like whatever, I can eat everybody for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But in terms of like, hey, you look real cute, maybe we should date, terrified.
Oh no. Speaking
Yeah,
of which, my ladies, my tribe, we need to hook my girl up, okay? But that's
please.
another story. Yeah. What you said? Yeah. Okay. Number
Yes.
four, what or who do you think you could have been in a past life?
Um, I mean, I want to say I'm sharing a soul with Beyonce, but but she's here too at the same time, so I'm not really sure. Um, but yeah, in a past life, I think ooh, maybe being a chef would be kind of cool, because a home chef, because I do really like to cook too.
Okay. Cool. And number five. All right, you ready? I think I know the answer.
I'm ready.
Would you be single forever or hook up with an ex?
Oh, ex, Jesus. I'm tired of being single forever. That's not economical. We gotta share co-payments. We gotta split this rent. We've gotta one of us has gotta have insurance. So no, we could work it out. My ex is a good guy. He's a good guy.
Oh,
So I mean, I don't need to marry him, and we should not. But if that was the worst thing to happen, I could totally rock with that.
okay. Girl, I'm loving it. And on that note, I think I'm getting you out here in good timing, but I do need to get at least
Yes.
last word of advice to my ladies and gents who are watching.
To make sure anytime that you're negotiating a salary or a price, make sure it's the same salary or price that a white man would charge.
Okay. All right. Boom. And on that note, yeah, boom. That's it. And then drop your proverbial mic. And that's right. And that goes for my white sisters, my brown sisters. That goes for all of you. So again, thank you so much, Roz, the
Of
diva.
course.
I'm looking at all the love. I'm seeing all the hearts go up. That's awesome. They want you to come back. Look, Tanya said, wow, we can revisit next time. Definitely want to have you back. I appreciate you coming through. And to my ladies, to my tribe, thank y'all for coming through. To our gents, too, who may have been watching, because they like to pick up some tips from us ladies. Thoroughly enjoyed you. Have a wonderful day and stay cool out there in New York. I know it gets pretty hot up in New York.
Hot is understatement right now. So yes.
Oh, also check her out on Facebook, Roz the Diva. Also, I think it's Roz the Diva on IG too, right?
Yep, Roz the Diva everywhere.
That's right. And if you're interested in some classes, she also has a class coming up in the next hour. So, but check her out. All right. Peace out. Love you, my girl. You take
Such
care.
a pleasure, everybody. Mwah! See you later.